Hello, good day, my dear students. Welcome back to this YouTube channel, Mathematics and Me. For this video, you will learn how to divide polynomials using synthetic division. Yes, synthetic division is another way of dividing polynomials. And in my previous video, you'll learn how to divide polynomials using long division. However, long division and synthetic division are different process. And long division is quite difficult than this synthetic division. Why? Because synthetic division is a shortcut process. And it is much easier than the long division. However, it will depend on you on how to take the two methods or two process. Again, synthetic division is a shortcut that can be used when the divisor is a binomial. When we say it is a binomial, it is in the form x minus k, or a binomial is composed of two monomials. So this x minus k, we can rewrite it as x equals k. If we will transpose the negative k to the right. So x minus k can be written also as x equals k. And here, only the coefficients are used in the division process. When we say coefficients, that are the numerical coefficients of a given term. Next, let's have the steps on how to use the synthetic division in dividing polynomials. First, you write k for the divisor, or you identify what is the k and then write it. After you identify the k, you will write also the coefficients of the dividend. And then, bring down the leading coefficient. Next is, multiply the leading coefficient by k. Fifth step, add the terms of the second column, then multiply the result by k and write the product in the next column. And for the seventh step, you need to repeat the steps 5 and 6 for the remaining columns. And for the last step, use the bottom numbers to write the quotient. And take note that the number in the last column is the remainder and has a degree of 0. Again, a remainder has a degree of 0. And the next number from the right has a degree 1. The next number has a degree 2, and so on. So to understand this, let's have this example. Divide 2x squared plus 5x minus 23 by x plus 5. So this is the same given in the previous video, dividing polynomials using long division. So you can compare whether the quotient we get is just the same. So here, going back to the first step, you write the k for the divisor, or you identify the k. Again, this is your dividend, 2x squared plus 5x minus 23, and your divisor is x plus 5. So from this divisor, you will identify the k. So what will be the k? So this is in the form x minus k, so we put x plus 5, okay? So if we will equate it to 0, here we will equate x plus 5 equal to 0, you can find that x is equal to negative 5. Because if you are going to transpose positive 5 to the right, it will change its sign. So it will become x is equal to negative 5. Therefore, the value of k is negative 5. So from this, write k for the divisor and write the coefficients of the dividend. So we write negative 5, or the value of k here. Okay. Next, you need to write the coefficients of the dividend. So what are the coefficients of the dividend? The coefficients are 2, 5, and then negative 23. You include the sign. So here, positive 2, so 2 lang, and positive 5, so 5 lang, but here, minus 23, so negative 23. But another important thing that you need to consider before writing the coefficients of the dividend is that make sure that the given dividend is written in standard form. Again, when we say that it is written in standard form, the exponents of the polynomial is in decreasing order. So, it starts with a degree of 2, followed by a degree of 1, and followed by a degree of 0. So, as you can see, the exponents is in decreasing order. Therefore, this dividend is already in standard form. So, you can now write the coefficients of the dividend. Okay. Next, going back to the step, bring the leading coefficient down. So, what is the leading coefficient? The leading coefficient is this 2. So, we will bring it down 2. Okay? Okay, fourth step, multiply the leading coefficient by k. So, this is the leading coefficient again, 2, and your k is this. This is your k. So, we will multiply the leading coefficient by 2. So, 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. And we put negative 10 on the next column. So, after that, add the terms of the second column. So, ano yung i-add natin dito? We will add 5 and negative 10. This part, we will add it. So, 5 plus negative 10 is negative 5. So, after getting negative 5, again, you repeat step 5 and step 6. So, what is step 5? Add the terms of the second column and multiply the result by k. So, again, we will multiply negative 5 to k. So, negative 5 times negative 5 is positive 25. Okay? So, now, we will add. Okay, let's add. Negative 23 plus 25 is positive 2. Okay, so as you can see, this is now the last row or the third row. So the third row contains the quotient of the given two polynomials. So since we started here in the exponent 2, we will start here in the exponent of 1. So x raised to 1 or simply x. And negative 5 will be the constant. So you just copy negative 5 and bring down the 2. So 2x minus 5, and this one is a positive 2 or a remainder of 2. So you have here plus 2 over the given divisor x plus 5. Therefore, the quotient is 2x minus 5 plus 2 over x plus 5. So this is now the quotient. And this 2 is what you call remainder. Again, when we divide 2x squared plus 5x minus 23 by x plus 5, the quotient is 2x minus 5 plus 2 over x plus 5. Why? Because again, quotient is written in the form q of x plus or minus r of x over d of x, wherein r of x is the remainder, the 2, so we put it here, and then d of x is the divisor, this x plus 5. So we have here plus because it is positive 2. But if the remainder is negative, we will put here minus 2 over x plus 5. In addition to this, I want also to inform you that if there is a remainder, therefore, the divisor x plus 5 is not a factor. Not a factor of the given dividend. 2x squared minus 5x minus 23. On the other hand, if the remainder is 0 or if there is no remainder, then the divisor x plus 5 is a factor of the given dividend. But since here, the remainder is 2 and not equal to 0, therefore, the divisor x plus 5 is not a factor of the given dividend. Okay? Okay, so let's have another example. Divide 3x cubed plus 4x squared plus 8 by x plus 2. So, before writing the k or the value of k, you need to identify first if the given dividend is in standard form or not. So to do that, take a look at the power of x or the exponents. 3, 2, and then it is 0. So as you can see, there is a lacking power of 1 here before the exponent 0. So we can rewrite this dividend as 3x cubed plus 4x squared plus 0x plus 8. So this is now the x with the power of 1. So as you can see, it is now in decreasing order. So that is why it is very important to know if the given dividend is in standard form or not. Because if you already computed or if you already divide the two polynomials without rewriting the given dividend into a standard form, you will get a wrong answer. So now, next is you write the value of k. So to find the value of k, again, this is your divisor. So you can equate it into 0. So x plus 2 equals 0. So using addition property of equality, or what you call transpose, we will transpose 2 going to the left. So it will become negative 2. Since x is equal to negative 2, the value of k is also equal to negative 2. So we will write here negative 2. Next, let's write the coefficients. So in finding the coefficient, you will use the polynomial written in standard form. So you have here 3, you have here positive 4, 0, and positive 8. And then after that, you have to bring down the given leading coefficient, which is the number 3. And then after bringing down the leading coefficient, you multiply the leading coefficient to the k. So it will be 3 times negative 2. So 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And you need to write the product on the second column. And then after that, add 4 and negative 6. So 4 plus negative 6 is negative 2. Next, you need again to repeat the process. Multiply negative 2 to the value of k, which is also negative 2. So negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. And write positive 4 on the third column. And after that, add 0 and positive 4. So 0 plus 4 is 4. And then repeat the process. 4 times negative 2. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. And now, add them. 8 plus negative 8 is 0. Okay, so since you have here 0, it means that there is no remainder. There is no remainder because the last column in the third row is 0. And since the given dividend starts with the power of 3, the next will start, or the quotient will start in the power of 2. Just subtract 1 from the degree of the given dividend. So since you have here x cubed, the quotient will start from x squared. So bring down 3, so you have 3x squared. Copy negative 2 followed by x with the power of 1 and x with the power of 0 or by the constant. So plus 4. So therefore, this will be now the quotient. So going back again to the idea or to the concept of factor. Okay, to the concept of factor. A while ago, I told you that if the remainder is 0 or if there is no remainder, therefore, the given divisor, the divisor here is x plus 2, this one. The given divisor, x plus 2, is a factor of the given dividend, which is 3x cubed plus 4x squared plus 8. So this is the original dividend. Again, since there is no remainder or the remainder is 0, therefore the divisor x plus 2 is a factor of 3x cubed plus 4x squared plus 8. On the other hand, if the remainder is not 0, then the given divisor is not a factor of the given dividend. Okay, another example. So let's do it fast. Since you already mastered how to solve or how to divide polynomials using synthetic division. First, identify if the given dividend is in standard form. Take a look at the exponents. So you have here 4, 3, 2, and oops, again, there is no x with the power of 1 here. And so this is 0. So you need to rewrite the given dividend. Negative 9x to the 4th plus 10x cubed plus 7x squared plus 0x. Since there is no term with x raised to 1 and negative 6. So this is now the new dividend written in standard form. By taking a look or just looking at the divisor x minus 1, you can conclude now that x is equal to positive 1, or simply k is equal to positive 1. So here, let us put 1. And then identify the coefficients of the dividend. We have negative 9, positive 10, positive 7, 0, and negative 6. Okay, so let us bring down the leading coefficient, which is negative 9. Next, multiply negative 9 to positive 1. So, negative 9 times positive 1 is negative 9. Next, let's add 10 and negative 9. So, 10 plus negative 9 or simply 10 minus 9 is positive 1. Multiply positive 1 to positive 1, which is the k. So, you have 1. And then add them. 7 plus 1, you have 8. 8 times 1, you have 8. 0 plus 8, you have 8. And 8 times 1 again, you have 8. Negative 6 plus 8, you have positive 2. Okay, so now let's find the quotient. So since the given dividend starts with a power of 4, the quotient will start with a power of 3. So it will look at negative 9x cubed plus 1 x squared. So you don't need to put 1 beside x squared. Just simply write x squared plus 8x plus 8, and this will be a remainder. So plus 2 over the divisor x minus 1. Because again, the remainder should be over the divisor. So therefore, when you divide negative 9x to the fourth plus 10x cubed plus 7x squared minus 6 by x minus 1, the quotient is negative 9x cubed plus x squared plus 8x plus 8 plus 2 over x minus 1. And since there is a remainder of 2, therefore, we can conclude that x minus 1 is not a factor of the given dividend, which is negative 9x to the fourth plus 10x cubed plus 7x squared minus 6. Last example. So check again if the dividend is in standard form or not. So let's take a look at the exponent. 4, 2, oops, there's a problem. The problem is the given dividend is not written in standard form. As you can see, from 4 to it becomes 3, it becomes 0, and 1. So the exponents is not in decreasing order. However, there is no lacking term. So you just need to rearrange the given dividend in such a way that the exponents will be in decreasing order. So let's rearrange. X raised to 4 followed by this one, negative 5x cubed. So followed by plus 8x squared, and with exponent of 1, so plus 15x, and with exponent of 0, so minus 2. So this will be now the new dividend written in standard form. So based from the given divisor, you can conclude that x is equal to positive 3. So k will be equal to positive 3 also. So let's write here 3 or positive 3. And then let's identify the numerical coefficients or simply the coefficients of the given dividend written in standard form. As you can see, we have only here x raised to 4. So it is noted, or it is obviously, or it is understood that there is a 1 beside x raised to 4. So we write here 1, next negative 5, next positive 8, positive 15, and negative 2. Okay? So, let's bring down the leading coefficient. The leading coefficient is 1. So, we need to bring it down. So, let's put 1 here. And multiply 1 and the k or 3. So, this is your k. Multiply 1 and the k or 3. So, you have 3. And then, after that, you add negative 5 plus 3. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2. Next, negative 2 times 3, you have negative 6. So, next, add. 8 plus negative 6 is positive 2. So, 2 times 3, it is 6. Next, you add 15 plus 6. 15 plus 6 is 21. And next, multiply. 21 times 3, you have 63. So, next is, again, negative 2 plus 63 is positive 61. So, now let's remove all the arrows. And let's write the quotient. So, since the given dividend starts with a power of 4, the quotient will start with a power of 3. So, it will be x cubed. No need to write the 1 here. It is understood that there is 1 beside x cubed. So, let's remove 1. And copy negative 2 followed by x squared since we are creating a polynomial in decreasing order of power or in standard form. Next, positive 2x plus 21 plus 61 over x minus 3. So, let me reiterate to you why this is the quotient. So, since we started with the power of 4, the quotient will start with the power of 3. And, dire-diretso na, pababa na ang exponent niyan. So, it will be from 3 to 1, 0, and then this is the remainder. Okay? So, let's remove it. Okay, so therefore, this will be now the quotient when you divide x to the 4th plus 8x squared minus 5x cubed minus 2 plus 15x by x minus 3. Again, since the given remainder, so this is the remainder or the r of x, is not equal to 0, therefore, the given divisor x minus 3 is not a factor. Not a factor of what? Not a factor of the given dividend. So, if you understand the lesson and you like this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So, thank you everyone for